Alright, let's talk about how we would organize the files in our project and how we would refer to them in our code. You see, first of all, look at the cache folder. This just contains the cache files. You can delete them, and then you can rerun PAL, it'll recreate them. So, whatever. The main point is this. PAL is very flexible about how it will import your files. You can literally import files from any directory and import them into any logical module, and PAL will do that for you. Unlike a bunch of other frameworks, all you have to do to import stuff is this. Say you're running some code, like in this action over here. You simply write PAL import the name of your directory, whatever it is. So for example, on a Unix system, it would look like this. And on a Windows system, it would look more like this. Please omit the trailing slash, although I don't think it really matters. But the convention in PAL is to omit the trailing slash and to keep the leading slashes if we need. So you specify the directory and then you specify the module. You can import into an existing module, like this one, in which case it would scan this directory, find all the files in it recursively, everything, and import it into this existing module, overwriting whatever is there. Perhaps, if it has the same name. Or you can create a new module. Like if you had some kind of Pokemon library of views and components and classes, then you would do something like, like that, and import it into this module. From here on out, you can refer to all the views, all the classes, everything in this module. I'll show you how to do that. But first, let's say we wanted to instantiate a class like Pikachu. We'll just write P equals new Pikachu. That's it. PAL will automatically locate where the Pikachu class is defined by looking at all the files that it has imported. If there's one called Pikachu CLS PHP, it'll use that one. Let's go over the rules of how PAL searches for these files. So this is an action that produces the results we see up here. What it does is it sets up a bunch of slogans, it picks a random slogan and it puts it into this variable. Then it renders a view and it passes this variable to the view. This is a very useful function, by the way, in PHP. Finally, it echoes the results. But how does PAL locate this view? Well, there are many ways we can specify this view. We can simply write welcome. Then it would look for the welcome view inside the main module, because that's the current module that we're in. See, we are in here. We're executing this action, and it will look inside this module for the view, and here it is. If it didn't find this view, however, it would then go to the common module. The common module is a module to which PAL goes if it cannot find things in your current module. It would contain the common files for your entire project, such as the model classes. I'll talk about these later. This is how you access your database. Also, it would contain all your shared components, although you can import from anywhere more components. You can manually put them in the common module. And, layouts and stuff like that. They're, by the way, views. Layouts are views. If I want to import things into the common module, I'd simply do PAL import, my directory, and then the common module is specified as basically the empty string. In fact, if I want, I can take a view from the common module by specifying it like this. Then PAL would look only in the common module and never in the current one or any other ones. If it doesn't find this view in the common module, it'll give you an error, like so. Of course, if it doesn't find the view in your current module or something like that, it will also give you an error. Now, you can refer to things in other modules, and then it'll look into those modules. Finally, there is something called star/welcome. Just a star instead of a module. In this case, it looks in your current module. If it doesn't find the thing there, it looks in the shared common module, this one. If it doesn't find things there, it looks into all your other modules. So let's have one illustration. Look at the 404 view. It's right here, main, views, 404. So it renders the 404 view from the main module. This just says, oh, I'm in the main module. Now it goes, oh, I'm in the main module. What's up? All right. Now, let's say we put this. Now it will exclusively search in the common module. See? All right. So that's it. Here, of course, we want this view. And that's it. Oh, one little piece of trivia. When I import from some directory, let's say, into some module, any module at all, let's say main, the classes always get imported into the common module anyway. Don't think of this as being put into a folder or something like that. Modules are actually independent of the file system, just like they're independent of the routing system. This is kind of unusual. Other frameworks don't do this. So PAL is really just abstracted away the logic from the file system and from the URLs. The reason classes are put into the common module is because PHP doesn't really have namespace support, at least not all versions of PHP 5. The ones that will have support will come out later this year or something like that. Anyway, that means that there can only be one copy of a class with the same name, and that's why all the classes go into the common module. But it really doesn't matter for you where they go, because that all you have to do is just instantiate them like this. And then you can do something like that. All right, that's it. Oh, and if you're wondering what the cache files contain, they contain a map. So PAL goes through all the directories and it looks at all the files, and it knows where to place them into classes, into views, into components, or into actions, simply based on their extension. Actions have the extension PHP, and classes have this extension. That's how it knows what to load, and the cache file remembers these things, which is why when you change any of the files, you should recreate the cache. All right, thanks, and go outside, get some help.